Dirt, and we got Trudi here with us tonight.
Hi, Trudi.
Thank you
Hello.
for coming. Where'd you come from?
I live in Streamwood, which is kind of near Schaumburg. Everyone knows where
Okay.
Schaumburg is. Yeah.
So Schaumburg. Okay, by Woodfield Mall
Yeah,
over
where
that
the big
direction. Yeah.
crazy mall is that I never go to.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I live in Aurora,
Oh, okay.
and I
okay,
grew up
so-
in Batavia, so
Okay, so you have the south and the west. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm in
it's
the
not
northwest
that
suburbs.
far.
But yeah.
So what trails do you run out there?
The main dirt trail that I run on is a place called Poplar Creek. They have a giant bike path, but they also have some like equestrian trails, like next to a bunch of farms that are out there.
Yeah.
And then Carl Hansen Woods, and they kind of connect. So it's like I can do like 8 miles there, but it's a lot of looping. So sometimes I'll hop on the bike path too, just to get a change of scenery. And it's a rolling bike path too, which is nice.
Oh, that's nice.
And then a lot of times it's just the Prairie Path or Deer Grove up in Palatine.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So it's hard. There's not a lot of options where I am. So
Yeah. Well, you were telling me that you might be moving out to Colorado.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds awful.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's awful for us because we like having her here.
Well, and then I was going to be very sad because I'm going to miss all you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just told my husband I'm not dying in the state. I've lived in Illinois my whole life, and
Okay.
We've gone out there for 4 years for vacations, and
Oh wow.
having so much fun. I'm like, I don't want to live in Illinois anymore. I want to walk out and see that, which is the big mountains and all that, and have
So-
trails of option.
Yeah.
Right there.
So what do you do for what's your job? that you do?
I train dogs.
Oh, fun.
Very awesome.
Yeah, so I own my own business right now. It's small. I don't actually have a location. I just do privates in people's homes. So I have to kind of start that over. But I will be looking to actually get an actual facility and do group training and all that stuff, once I get there. But first we got to find a house first.
Oh, okay. So
Before I get a loan from a bank for a
I've
business.
seen
So.
you actively going out there. So have you been going out there taking a look?
Yeah, we went this year. Our trip got cut short because we had a little bit of emergency with one of my dogs, but we had a great time and we were looking at neighborhoods. We just didn't get a chance to do a lot of looking, so we'll figure it out in the spring when we get out there.
Yeah. And what does your husband do then?
He's a software engineer, web
Oh,
developer.
okay.
Yeah,
So he'll be able to switch his job over.
hopefully. He hasn't asked yet.
Or you're just going to have to train a lot of dogs.
They love him there. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's great.
What area are you looking to move to?
Colorado Springs area. Yeah, it's a little more affordable than the Denver area. I cannot do Boulder as much as I like the Boulder area. It's
Pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a friend who's a dentist out in Boulder. Yeah, she lives in Boulder.
She must make a lot of money though. She's a dentist out
I
there.
don't know her. I don't know. And her husband, he's like construction. And
Yeah. So they
I
probably
think
have
they probably do okay.
pretty
but-
reasonable income.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Colorado Springs is nice. They've
Yeah.
got lots of cool stuff out there. It's a little older, and we're looking out west, like to at least get like at least an acre.
Okay.
Yeah, so we
very
want some
good.
property.
Great. So we can come camp
Yes.
or glamp.
We'll take the Ornery Mule van out there.
Road trip.
I love it.
The
It's
dirt
an
goes
easy
road tripping.
It
is an
We
easy
can bring
road
these,
trip.
these camera guys with
Yeah.
us. Awesome.
It's an easy drive. We
It
just
is.
got done doing it.
Yep.
so.
It's super. It's really is easy. It's just long. So if you can
Yeah.
split it, it's really nice. It's not a bad.
We
Yeah.
did stop. Where'd we stop at?
Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, but it was still a super easy drive.
Yeah, it's uneventful usually.
How many hours?
16-ish.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nothing.
Usually.
But we went
Yeah.
all the way out to Leadville,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
that makes
Okay.
it a little bit farther. But
Yeah.
it's super easy drive. We'll definitely take the Ornery
Oh.
Millville out and
Yeah.
see Trudi when she moves out
Yeah.
there.
I'd be offended if you didn't.
No.
So I've, every time I see her on the trail, I stop and tell her that how much I like her and how much I admire her, and she knows it. I do it every single time.
I'm sure.
I mean, I feel like Trudy's just somebody that's like rooting for anybody she knows to do well. And you are. That's
Oh,
your
yeah,
personality.
yeah.
Like, and she's, very good with women. I don't know. I just think that you're you're just a very great role model.
Oh,
for a
well,
lot of
thank
people.
you.
So I'm super excited to get to know more about you.
Oh.
Like in this Facebook world and trail running world, we know people, but we don't get to hear.
Right, especially since we
everything.
all are so scattered out here in the Chicago area.
And then we
Yeah.
see each other at races, and it feels like we're old friends. But
But we don't give it a long time to talk. It's like, hey, how you doing? Little quick update, and then you have to go away because you're busy, and
Yeah.
or
Right.
one of
I
us
know
is
when
running.
I'm running the
and-
race.
Yeah.
So I'm just. It looks like you've been running for a while. I did take a look at your ultra sign up
Ish,
thing.
in the long scheme of things, not really, but long enough.
Yeah. And when did what got you started running? Did you like run in high school, like road runner, or did you go right to trail running?
I didn't run in high school. I did run track in 8th grade.
Okay.
Not very good. I always admired runners. I always thought like if you can run, you're healthy. Like you're badass if you can run at all.
Yeah.
And then running is so hard, and that's why a lot of people don't want to do it. So back in 2011, my brother-in-law called me about to doing a Tough Mudder when those things were brand new.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's that? And he started telling me, I'm like, and I still smoked cigarettes back then. So
Okay.
I was like, no, 10 miles. Oh God, no. And then I started thinking about it, and I went to their website and looked at the videos and stuff. And I thought, well, that does look like kind of fun. He's like, none of us know what we're doing. Like it's
Yeah.
a big group of us who are going. So I said, screw it. I went. I just did my little 3-mile runs here, luckily to get 1 mile in before I start walking, And,
Yeah.
5 miles was like a big run for me. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, and we went and did it. And it was really fun. Like, it was just the environment was really fun. So it was technically trail.
Yeah.
But yes, we did a couple of those. And so I did obstacle racing for a long time with this crazy, nutty group of people.
Okay.
And you do weights and stuff too.
CrossFit.
Were you doing that?
Yeah,
then?
yeah. I started doing CrossFit maybe around that same time. I think
Okay.
around the same time, like 2012. I think I started CrossFit. But
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. That amazes me.
it hurts a lot sometimes trying to balance ultra running and CrossFit. But
Yeah. Well, but I think it makes you a stronger
it does.
runner.
It
for
does.
sure.
But yeah, so after we started doing that, then I did a couple half marathons and then did the progression. I only did 2 marathons. One was road and one was up in. What did that one up in Lincolnshire? Prairie State half marathon or Prairie State marathon?
Okay.
So I did those 2, and then I just did a 50K in Dances with Dirt in Wisconsin. And then I
yeah.
was like, forget marathons.
Yeah. That road is hard.
Yeah, like splits. I don't want to worry about splits. I'll just trail run.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that was it.
So Dances with Dirt. What is
The
it?
50K in Wisconsin.
Yeah. What is that? Devil's Lake.
Devil's Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great race.
It's a really nice one, and
Yeah.
it's challenging, but it's not super hard. Like for a noob like me, and I didn't know what I was doing. I came in like that was so much fun, and then I went and did it the following year. I'm like, this seems harder this year because I actually knew a little bit what I was doing. Being ignorant, it's really fun. sometimes.
Oh yeah.
How did you find the race? Like, what did you meet somebody that
I
was
had
doing
friends that did it. I
ultras?
did the half marathon the year before with some friends. So,
Okay.
and I was like, that was so cool. These guys were talking about hundreds and 50s, and I'm like, wow, it's a lot. But I kind of just did my progression on my own, no pressure from anybody else.
Yep.
I was like, you have to run 100. No, I don't.
Nope.
So I just did it when I was ready.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Were you in running clubs then, or?
When New Leaf, so I started running when the New Leaf was around, and then when they kind of disbanded, I kind of just merged over with the Flatlanders with some of the people there, and then I met
Okay.
with a lot of you guys up here.
Yeah.
I would like to run with you more, but it's just so far away. It's
Yeah.
really inconvenient sometimes to come up here, but
Well, you've got
most of my
nice
running is by myself anyway.
Yeah. I like to run by myself. You got to do
it's just my
your
schedule.
pace and-
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to have to stop work and be in a hurry and then go
Right.
meet
Yeah. Well, my
somebody.
work
Yeah.
schedule is really weird with my work. So a lot of times I work nights. And I hate mornings. So usually my afternoon runs is what I usually
Yeah.
do, and everyone's working. So
Do you have dogs that are your own? that
yes,
you-
I have 2 now. I had
Okay.
3. One passed away not too long ago.
Aw, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was an old guy. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so now we have 2, and they're one's a puppy and one's 12. They're both golden retrievers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do they
either-
run with it?
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
I'm like, see, here I go. Here I
Do
go.
it.
Yeah, my young one
Do
does.
they run with
yeah.
you? Oh, I'm so jealous.
Although I miss her
Yeah.
this, I miss her this summer though because it's 2 it's too hot to run
Yeah.
her in the
Oh,
summertime.
yeah.
So once it gets cool, I'll be able to start running her again. But I ran a couple 20 milers with her this past
that's
winter and
Wow.
spring.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
she makes me look bad. Like my running is her fast walking. So
Yeah, I know. That's how my dog is too.
stop making me look bad.
Except for I can definitely outlast her
Yeah.
in the
There you
heat.
go.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. I walk a lot with her in the heat if it's warm. So
Oh, that's cool.
So then you progress to, you've done some hundreds. What hundreds have you done?
so I did the Shawnee Hills 100 in Southern Illinois. That was the first year they had it.
And so hardly anybody finished that year.
No, luckily, well, there was, it was it wasn't a lot of people signed up because it was the first year. It was a really fun race, very hard. I was not ready for the technicality of the trails out
Yeah.
there. But it was really fun and stunning, absolutely
looked
stunning.
really pretty.
But they had some course vandals that first year, and
Yeah.
we got
Oh,
lost
no.
a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where
my
did they take course
gosh.
markings down?
They took them, and it was in the night. There was a campground with I think there was a 4-wheeler event going on, and so a lot of people had 4-wheelers out there, and I think they just pulled them out. And I don't know why. I don't know if they were
no.
mad that they were there or thought they were fun and they wanted to take. They had kids there at the campgrounds. I don't know if
Wow.
the kids did it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but at one point I was just standing on the trail and I was spinning in a circle trying to figure out which way to go, and then I was so tired I forgot which way I was coming from.
Oh,
So then I
no.
didn't know which direction to go.
Yeah.
So finally I just said, screw it. I'm just gonna follow this trail, and if I hit a road, I'll just walk down the road until I can get a cell signal and call my
Yeah.
husband.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you managed to
I
get to the.
I was okay. My guess was accurate. And I
Wow.
just came in cussing a lot at the aid station.
That's amazing.
And I felt really bad later that I did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they let me finish. I finished after the cutoff, but they let me finish because they think they felt bad that we got lost. So I was the very last finisher.
Okay. Well, that's
That year.
cool. Yeah.
Hey, but you
DFO.
still got your buckle, right?
I did. I was
all that
actually at the one aid
matters.
station like, she's still going to give me a buckle, right? And I was like in tears. I was so ready to be over.
And that was your first one.
Yeah, it was a
Wow.
rough experience.
Yeah.
It really was. With my pacer, was a local guy that never did it before, and he left me at one point because I was going too slow and ran with another runner.
Oh
no.
my gosh. That's not what you're supposed to do. What was
Oh,
it,
I
a
don't
wow.
think he
road
knew
runner?
that. But that was my fault. I should have known better. I just assumed he knew what to do, and he didn't. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. We say road runner.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was.
Oh man. Oh man.
And so, like that amazing experience there, swearing at aid stations,
I
getting
know.
lost. You're like, let's do this
Crying.
again.
Oh, that was fun.
I felt like I had to come back and do another one, and it's like I can do this. This was really, really bad.
Well,
I did
you
not do
did,
well, so
yeah.
I wanted to go back.
Well,
and
you
do
did
another.
well. You finished because I remember a lot of people didn't finish.
Yeah.
It was a rough year.
Yeah. So I came back and I did kettle in 2018, and so I did that, and so I felt much better about that race because I actually
Yeah.
didn't have as many hiccups, and I finished under the course more time. So that was good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Well, and plus you had your finish, so you kind of knew what you were getting
Right,
into. More.
yeah. I wasn't
Yeah.
as nervous. I wasn't as scared about, am I going to be able to finish this on time or not?
So, is hundreds your favorite distance? What's your favorite, or what is your favorite?
I like
distance?
hundreds. I'm still new at them. I've only done 4, but
Only 4.
Only 4. Only 400 miles.
but I'm still learning how to do it. Like I think 50 right now, I have a good grasp on 50. Like you're done by the end of the day.
Yeah.
You're not completely thrashed. I don't know. It's like I think after 100K point, that's when everything starts. The question marks start popping up.
Yeah.
That's when all the weird things start happening, right?
Yeah.
In the dark and
Yep.
So, so I think 50 is probably my favorite because I know what I'm doing. I'm not as nervous or I'm not as scared or there's
Yeah.
less unknowns. I think maybe, but I do like the 100 distance. I'm liking it more and more. I do it. But it is daunting. It's a long way to go.
I think it's kind of nice that you don't know what you're doing. Like
Yeah.
I think that keeps you coming back because you're like, darn it,
I'm trying
I
to
could have
figure
done
it
it
out.
better.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
like I need to learn from this and figure it out. I never have figured out 100.
I know everyone's like, you want to try the 200? No.
Oh goodness, no. No.
I'm still trying to figure out this 100 thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really fun, and I love, of course, obviously everyone does. When you're done, you're like, holy crap, I can sit down.
Yes.
And I did that. You can turn around and look at the trail behind you and say I did that, and
Yeah.
that's such a cool feeling. So
I didn't turn around and look the last one. I just started crying and I was just like, I'm done. Yeah, it was a mess, but I finished. Whoa.
Well, at Kettle this year, didn't your dog come and finish with you?
So my husband came up to watch me finish with my friend Janelle, and they brought my I call her my puppy. She's 2 now, but I still call her the puppy. And so and a friend of mine saw her and took her out to go meet me.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I see her coming, and I'm like, that's my dog. It's my dog. And so she came out, and so I got to finish with Dixie, my dog. And so it was really fun that having her for that last quarter mile of the race. It was really, really fun. And she loves to run. She loves people. She loves sweaty people. She likes to jump on people.
Oh, yeah. Lick the salt off.
She's like, oh, and everyone loves me. Yes, they're clapping for me.
They are.
They were. Yeah. So that was a neat little finish. I got a couple cool photos with her. So that was neat.
How was the race experience for you? There was quite some weather during the race. Like, how did the race go?
The weather when the lightning was coming through, that was scary.
Where were you at?
On the meadows.
Oh goodness. Oh man.
So big open field,
And here you are. Do 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 do.
And the thunder.
Yeah.
Oh God, it was. I kept going. But it was kind of exciting and cool, but also scary.
Yeah.
Like, please just lightning stay over there.
Well, I think we like to be scared.
Yeah.
Do you like to
it
be
was
scared?
a little bit. Just as long as I know I'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, you can always just lay down.
Yeah. And the rain felt good at the beginning.
No ditch though. Like.
But it was the rain and the humidity and the chafing that kind of tore me apart and caused me to slow way down on the last.
So that would
going
be
out to
early
Rice
in
Lake.
the race.
Yeah,
Okay.
going out to Rice Lake, I chafed so bad, and the lube wasn't like I have Squirrel's nut butter, but it wasn't sticking to me because I was just so wet.
You couldn't dry off.
and I couldn't get it to stick on there.
Yeah.
So there was just all kinds of nasty chafing happening everywhere. There's chafing in my hair, I think. I don't know. It was really bad.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I was very, very slow at some of those aid stations, trying to figure out with my drop bag, like, what do I do with this thing? I hurt. I just sit here forever.
But you finished.
Yeah, I didn't have any crew or pacers that for that one.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
Wow.
yeah, it was hard to think.
Yeah. Is there anything that you learned at that race to get ready?
Yeah, I mean, I always when not having a pacer, because that was the first time having a pacer, no one was really telling me what to do. But also when I had but volunteers helping me at some of the aid stations, sometimes that was overwhelming too, because they're asking me, what can I do for you? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just don't know. And everyone's in your face. Like, what can I get you? I'm like, water, tailwind, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think definitely need to start carrying around maybe an extra buff, like in my pack or something, to wipe down all my sweaty spots so I can re-lube properly. Because it was just not staying on.
Yeah.
Like, I just needed like a wipe.
Do you chafe like when you're on regular training runs?
Sometimes if they're long
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I apply stuff, but I'm really bad about remembering to do it sometimes. But yeah.
It was a pretty wet race, though.
Yeah.
Too,
I always get
so.
broad chafing.
Yeah.
That's really
I know. I get it.
I used to get that.
Yeah. So it is what it is. So.
Yeah. So what do you have? Do you have any races coming up?
Yeah, I'm doing the Yeti out in Virginia in 3 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, that's in
Cool.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That looks cool.
Yeah, it looked like
Yeah.
a really, really fun party. I'm doing no crew, no pacer. The only thing that scares me is my drive home afterwards. But
So you're driving down.
I'm going out there.
road
Yeah,
trip,
I tried to get my
cool.
husband to go, and he's like, no. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Is he into? Does he run?
No, he did with me a little bit when we did the obstacle course racing. Then he just didn't. He
Okay.
just kind of lost interest. Once I started going higher, he was like, I'm just gonna not go.
And does he crew or anything?
He
Is
crewed my first 100. I've
Yeah.
never asked him to do it again just because it was a lot, and it's not his thing. He doesn't know anybody there, and it's just
Right.
not fun for him. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna make him do it. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
He has his hobbies.
There's
I have
plenty
mine.
of
Yeah.
people that
Yeah.
want, that like
yeah.
that.
So it's fine. I mean, I don't. But it was nice when he came to Kettle this year and saw me finish. It was only an hour and a half drive, so he was
Yeah.
able to come watch me finish, which that's all I really want anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
To see like some from my husband standing there cheering me on. So, but so I'm just gonna go out to the Yeti by myself and just go have fun. And
Is there any
Awesome.
Flatlanders
Party.
heading out
I
that
think
way?
I think a handful of them are going out there. One person was gonna share a ride with me, but then her her dog was sick, so she's not gonna be able to go. But that's okay. I don't mind going out there by myself. I got a Jeep. I can fold the seats back. Like when I've crewed at Hennepin, I've slept in my car. I've been in the car camping, and it's really comfy. My Jeep is really comfortable to sleep in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with a little pad and everything.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I want a Jeep.
I love
Me
it.
too. Oh, I saw 2 beautiful ones today, and I took pictures.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah, I'll show you them. They were really. I have a Jeep thing, and
I'm on my
I
second
don't-
Wrangler.
I don't have
and
one,
the
but
Unlimited. They're the best.
And with your dogs, I mean, it's
Yes.
just the perfect, for everything that
Oh
you
yeah,
do.
yeah. Whenever we drive to Colorado, we fold all the seats back just for her, and so we call it the Dog Mahal or the Jeep Mahal. And they have dog beds, and it's all fluffy, and they have all this room back there just for them,
Aw.
And then when it's not my turn to drive, I crawl back there.
oh, nice. Nice.
But,
Yeah, that's great. So what's a typical week look like for you as far as training goes?
like dog training or running training?
Well, both.
Just making sure. Well, so regular training, like I'm not a huge mile person. I'm not one that's getting consistent 70 miles, 100 miles every week. I usually range anywhere between 40 and 60, and maybe once in a while I'll get a 70-mile week, maybe.
Okay.
That's
well,
usually
that's
it's
good,
hard.
consistent running.
Yeah, that's one thing I always do is I always run consistently. I try to at least. Stuff happens sometimes. Maybe you get a 20-mile week, which is fine. But usually when races are in the summertime, I'm pretty serious about getting the work done because I've done races where I didn't get the work done and it hurts and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
Or I've been injured and then not ran just to recover and then do the race. Like I ran the rim trim to rim a couple of years ago or last year, and I had tendonitis.
Yeah.
And so I had to stop running. So I was only getting like 20s and 30s, sometimes zeros because I had to recover. And then I went and tried to climb out of the Grand Canyon there and back in one day, and I was like in tears. I'm like, I'm never doing this again.
That's really cool. I didn't
That
know you
sounds
did
like a
that.
cool
So
one. Yeah.
did you go with other people to do that?
We did. We went in a group, but we all kind of did our own thing. A lot of them hiked
Okay.
there, and then so when they hiked across, they stayed the other side, and then they came back. But my goal was to. I've always wanted to do it. This is probably the only chance I'm going to do it for a long time. I just went. So
Okay.
I hiked down with them in the morning. And then I just took off and started running. So I got to see him when I turned around and came back and stuff.
Did you carry a bunch of water? Like how do
I had
you
a hydration
manage
pack.
that?
They've got a lot of water stops.
Do they?
Yeah, throughout the canyon, and it's really cool that you can see the pipes. You can actually hear water being pumped through in these big pipes.
Okay.
And so it was pretty cool. But there's water stops constantly, and there's a couple apps like the Trail Run Project by REI. It's awesome.
Okay.
It shows you where the pumps are, and the water.
wow.
It's well water, but it's softened, so it doesn't taste like that hard, like out of your hose water.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was really good. So yeah, I only had to bust out my water filter one time. I thought there was a water pump a little closer, and I forgot, and I was just really thirsty. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna test out this new little water thing. So I came to a stream and filtered the water, and never got Giardia, so I was fine. I guess.
Oh, that's, wow.
Yeah, so
That's great to know. I didn't know that you could do that in that REI app. It
yeah, it's
sounds
really
fantastic.
nice. I mean, not every trail's on there yet because it has to be added by the user, which is pretty cool. But Grand Canyon one, I mean, come on, everyone's using that one. So that one was really up to date, and we went in October, so it was a couple weeks before they turned the water off.
Oh,
So, but there's plenty of pumps. If you were, you're pretty even, you just stop and fill it up, and there's plenty of places.
So you just wear a hydration pack. And
Yeah,
then,
I actually carried a bladder, one with a bladder, just to make sure. I didn't want to carry just bottles because I'm kind of a water hog. I like my water and my tailwind. So
What about food and stuff? Is there stuff to buy down at the
you
bottom?
can at Phantom Ranch, you can, but it's very expensive. I bought like a $7 granola bar.
my
Oh yeah.
gosh.
Well, they got to hike it down there.
Yeah, and no garbage cans. You have to carry all your trash with you. So when I
Okay.
got to the North Rim, I took all my stuff out and threw it away there, and then I came through, and then I just carried it all the way back. But yeah, and you can't. I was like, I really wanted a Coke. I thought, well, maybe they bring Coke down here.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was very disappointed.
Yeah.
But I just carried my same race nutrition gels and gummies and all that stuff. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I was fine. Tailwind, of course, saves your butt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
All
not
you
a
need-
big eater when my tummy turns, so Tailwind is what kind of keeps me.
Do you have
going.
tummy stuff sometimes? Yeah, tailwind
My
is
tummy
good
gets
for
ripped up pretty easily.
Yeah.
It's getting better though. I've noticed. I'm
Oh,
able to
good.
eat more solid foods now.
Yeah.
But I still usually depend on my liquid calories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like Tailwind too. Yeah.
So
definitely.
did you do the rim to rim? Did you do it by yourself? I know
We
you
went
went
in a
with
group. We
people,
started.
but did you take?
I finished the rest of it by myself.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my we shared a hotel, so my girlfriend Janelle went with Janelle, and so she.
Okay.
When I got to the rim early in the morning, like 1 a.m, I called her and said, "Could you come pick me up?"
Okay.
So she came and got me. Otherwise, I
Oh.
could have. I guess I could have gotten an Uber. I don't know if there what's. I'm sure there's plenty of like ways of getting back to our hotel. So
Wow.
yeah.
So did you run through the? You had to have been through the night.
Yeah,
then.
yeah. I started. I didn't finish until like 1 a.m. It was it was very daunting. I was very tired. I was coming through Phantom Ranch back through, and I saw all these people like that were staying down there, and they had cabins, and people have tents. There's campgrounds through there too.
Yeah.
And they're all laying down for night. Some of them had beer, and I'm like. I was so tempted. I fantasized walking up to someone, just tapping them on the shoulder. I'm like, can I just sleep on the floor of your cabin for an hour? Please. I was so tired.
Yeah.
Can I stay here?
Yeah, I was so envious. They got to go to bed, and I still had 5 hours left. I'm like, oh, why did I do this? So I think I can do it better now. If I was more trained, I wasn't injured. Recovering from an injury, so I think I could do it a lot faster because it took me a long time. Because
Yeah.
by the end, I was just walking, and plus climbing out is.
Well, that's quite.
You can't
an
run
accomplishment.
climbing out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, not from here.
But it was an amazing experience. Saw my first rattlesnake, saw a scorpion.
Oh.
Yeah. So, it was like,
Yikes.
wow, look at all these things that are out here that I would never have seen. So, it was
Yeah.
neat. It was a really cool experience. It was my favorite thing I did last year. So,
Oh, that's really.
Bucket list.
Yeah.
Bucket list is so
Oh,
huge.
it was a big bucket list thing. So I was really glad I could tick that off. But
Well, now you're going out to Colorado. What trail are you gonna
Well,
conquer out there?
I gotta go up Pikes Peak, right? Like,
Yeah.
I want to do it this past year, but with the dog, and that's an all day event. And I wanted to take her even,
Yeah.
but she's still new to this, and she's still cutting up her pads on those rocks still.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
had to booty up her feet. And,
Yeah.
So so I figured, well, we never got a chance to do it, so I'm gonna go there and do it when I get there. 'Cause
Oh,
it's one of my
good.
goal
Awesome.
things.
Yeah. What else do you got planned for out there?
Well, finding a house for her.
Yeah, that's good.
We want to sell this house first. So when we leave, we're going to put it on the market and have a real estate that just take care of it while empty. And then once that sells, we're going to buy a house. So we're thinking about staying in our travel trailer, our camper, for a month to see maybe the house up here sells. And if it doesn't, then we'll try to find an apartment or a house that has like not a year lease, like a short lease
yeah.
Okay.
and stuff. So we'll see. We got to talk to a realtor down there too. So
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's easier to sell a house if you're not.
I just
in
didn't want to be
that.
getting the dogs out every 5 seconds if someone's doing a
Yeah.
showing.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
just didn't want to
Oh,
deal with it.
yeah.
So
And for training the dogs, do you do it at your house or
no, I go to people's homes. Yeah, I tried doing that once, even though technically I'm not supposed to. You're not supposed to run a business out of your residential home, but I tried. It was too stressful for my dogs. These dogs coming in, they could hear them, and then they're wanting to know what's going on down there. Oh, there's people here. There's dogs
Yeah.
here. I want to come, and then they're barking or whining upstairs. I just didn't want to put them through that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So tell me about your job. That sounds super interesting.
It really is fun. I actually have a bachelor's degree in graphic design, and I did that for 8 years. I just couldn't do the corporate world anymore. I was so unhappy, and
Yeah.
I used to want to get into a car accident. Like I'm like, okay, I have 5 more minutes left in the car. Maybe someone will hit me before I
Oh,
go.
no. Oh, my
I hated my job.
Yeah, you needed to get
I
out of there.
liked my job. I hated the companies I worked for, and I hated the corporate world. It was so full of crap.
Yeah.
They didn't care about you. They never
Yeah.
took care of you.
Cutthroat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just wasn't my thing. I'm just not a company gal.
And you seem very outdoorsy.
Yeah.
And, like active.
Yeah,
So.
I was so much happier. I mean, I don't make as much money. Luckily, my husband's been very patient with me. But I love my job because now I get to help people. I get to educate people about their dogs. Like, your dog's not doing this because they're a jerk. They're doing this because they don't know any better.
Yeah.
Right. And so I like helping people, and I get to see.
To see dogs.
And
all
every
day,
once in a while,
yeah.
there's a puppy in there.
Doggy.
And I get to
Aw.
play with a puppy, and then I try to steal their puppy.
Yeah.
And they catch me sniffing in his bag. So
And how did you get trained to be able to know how to do this?
So there's not a lot of options out there. So back then, when I started doing it, there was one online school. Well, there was 2, but one was really hard to get to. But it was an online school that I just took online courses. So they send you all the stuff to read. and then you take tests up, at certain times. And then after you do that test, you go on to the next section, and then you work under a mentor program. So you work with another trainer, and you do many trainings with them. And so that company, that dog training company, actually hired me, and I did doggy daycare for a little bit to get more experience, and I also did training there after daycare was over. So they gave me my first start. And
Okay.
then I was able to snowball my own when I was ready to do my own thing and get my website up and going and getting my own business going.
So what's your website so everybody knows?
Let's give you
Although
a
it's out in
plug.
Colorado.
It's Golden Companion Dog Training. So I named after my love for my Goldens, but I train all breeds. But it's
Okay.
goldencompanion.net.
Oh,
Okay,
Yes.
well, very
Yay.
good.
very awesome.
But yeah, so it's a really fun job. I get to help people. I get to be around animals, and that's really fun for me. And I learn every day. Like, I'll look at the dog and I'm like, oh yeah, that seminar I went to, that's what they were talking about, and I get to learn more and more. I've been doing it for about 10 years now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But I'm still learning more, and I just can't wait to keep learning. It's really exciting.
That's good. If
Yeah.
you're in a job
Awesome.
that you keep learning, and that's
because we're positive. I am a positive reinforcement trainer, so which means
Okay.
no prong collars, no choke chains, no shock collars. We use praise, toys, food, obviously, because food is the dog's biggest motivator.
Yeah.
Food is big.
I mean, I don't work for free. I don't know how you guys. but,
I work for pizza, remember?
I've worked for beer. But yeah, so motivate them to work, and then once they've learned the behaviors, then you wean off the food rewards and just use praise. And so now I can just praise my dog, and that's almost as valuable as food. Obviously, food's always going to be better, but
Yeah.
my dog wants to do it. I'm not threatening a snap of a prong collar if they don't do what I ask them to, and so that's why I want them to want to do it with me. And if they don't, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. They're free-willed animals. They don't have to be your little slave and do everything you say.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of nice when they got a little bit of a personality.
Yeah.
You don't want
want
to
this-
train the
Yeah,
personality
this
out
little
of
robot dog.
Oh yeah, the attitude is fun. Like that's why I miss having cats a little bit, because they're like, I don't know, they're like living with little assholes. Like they don't care. They
I love cats.
I have
yeah.
2 right now, and one's at college. So I have 3 little assholes at home. I have old asshole who's 14. I have a kitty asshole. She's 9. Oh,
They're stinkers.
she's
And they don't
batshit
care.
crazy.
They don't care.
She is-
They don't care if they're doing anything naughty.
Nope.
They will knock crap off the table
Oh,
and
she's
like, good, that's what
nuts.
it's supposed to be.
Yep.
Yep, that's where I wanted it.
Yep.
And they'll flip their tail up, show you their butthole, and walk away.
Yep.
It's like they're so funny. They're so cocky. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
They're-
So
I love
when
cats.
that song, She's Sweet But a Psycho comes on, we're like, that's Lula's song. That's Lula's song.
Yeah. Cats are fun. They're fun little jerks to live with. So.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yeah. I like
Do you
that
have some
person.
jerks
I
at
have
home too?
I have a
Yeah.
cat at home.
Yeah.
Yep. she's kind of chill. Actually, she's kind of a nice cat.
Some can be really sweet.
I've
and
had cats
cuddly.
that have been total jerks.
Yeah.
But my cat now, Peanut, she's super just
Aw.
like, she's always mad at me because I'm never home. She'll always just turn her back to me like,
Yeah, they'll show
okay. Sorry.
disgruntled
Yep.
unhappiness. Like, I know you're being gone.
yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have attitude.
Yeah.
All ours
But that's
do.
what's fun about them, So whenever my puppy will look at me and she'll do something kind of feisty or silly, and I'm like, you little turd. We call her a turd all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then she looks at you with these big brown eyes.
Yeah. And they don't do cats. It's like-
Well, we lost our kitty cat last year. She got cancer, and so we had to put her down. But when at the time, she just chased her all the time. And I always thought if she didn't run, she wouldn't chase you. But she just couldn't roll up and she'd take off. So
Yeah.
she tormented the cat a lot. But she was still under a year old at the time. So
yeah.
but that's okay. They would have figured it out, I'm sure. Sure.
So
What have you done this year? Like what has
My races?
your race schedule been like this year?
So I started the year out with Paleozoic 50K. It's a nice little close one.
I did that. I got lost.
Did you really?
Well, I didn't really. Well, I kind of got lost. I don't
Did
know.
you
if
miss the turn going back to
I
the
did.
start?
I did.
A lot of people do that.
So I ran an extra 2.5, 3 miles. I was so mad.
Oh
'cause
my gosh.
I totally would have placed. I was so mad. I was like cussing when I came in. I was so
I actually placed
mad.
at that race. How old are you?
50.
Okay, so you're in my grade group. Okay.
But I am in your
I was
age
like,
group.
I took her hand.
I'm not in your age group. Yeah, I'm not in your age group.
No,
I was gonna
yeah,
say
I was in the
no,
40s,
girl.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, that would have been funny if I took your
Oh
age group.
yeah,
over.
wouldn't it have? Yeah. No, I was mad.
It's really easy.
So
I've
mad.
seen people do that before. I've done that race a couple of times where you can go straight or you turn
That's
to the
what I did.
left. and it's really easy to do if you're just spacing out and just on robot mode. It's really easy to
Well,
miss
the
that
thing
turn.
was, is I was looking for it because I saw my watch. I mean, I knew it should have been there. I did not.
Yep.
I don't know what happened, but
There
I
needs to
was
be a bigger
so
sign right
mad.
there in that corner.
Oh yeah, I was so mad.
But yes, I did that, and then
So that was good lead up for like kettle.
yeah, and I did Ice Age.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
I went and did Ice Age.
Oh, did you do the 50 miler
yes,
or 50K?
Yeah, the 50 miler.
Ooh.
That was my third time doing it, but only my second finish. I did it last year, and I just had lead in my feet, and I just could not finish in time. I finished.
Yeah.
I just finished in 12 hours and 30 minutes instead of under the cutoff of 12 hours. So
It's still a good finish, but man, that is
I was
cutoff
pretty
can be
disappointed
tough,
when
yeah.
I was hitting like cutoffs at every aid station, and they let me go, and then I just. And I almost didn't want to finish. And my friend Racine told me at the turnaround, like when I was going my last turnaround, she just goes, just keep going. And I was like, I'm
Get
done.
it done. Yeah.
And if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have kept going because I was just really pissed off that I was missing those cutoffs. So
Yeah.
so I had to come back and get vengeance this year. So,
Yeah,
and I
well,
did.
Good.
So, yeah.
Congratulations.
Good.
Nice. Yeah, when I signed up for that, the whole time I'm freaking about the cutoff.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
hard.
not the day of, up to the day.
Yeah.
The day of, I was like, I'm not going to worry about it anymore. I'm here. I'm finishing it.
Yeah.
Like, that's just my
keep
attitude
going.
going
And
into it.
I'm going with that for the rest of my life. I will
Right.
never not finish
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
they pull me
Right.
physically.
And, I was just like, oh man, and then I had friends that were like, oh yeah, you got to keep a 14-minute mile at least or blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And I'm just like freaked out. And man, it worked out.
Yeah.
It was great weather this year.
Yes, it was cool. Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
nice weather. And I have my little cheat sheet of splits just so I know, because if you don't, then you're gonna
Yeah, I should have.
you just don't know where you are. And
I had Debbie.
It keeps me on my toes. It keeps
Yeah.
me on my toes.
That's as good as a pacer.
Yeah.
Debbie.
I had somebody who has run that race
Yeah.
a number of times. So
But I love the Ice Age Trail. I mean, it's such a pretty place. It's,
Mm-hmm.
and being so close to us, it's just a pretty place to go and
It is.
getting a lot of unique trail, not having to do loops. I don't like loops a lot. I like to just go and travel, and
Yeah.
it's so cool. It's so pretty and so
Yeah.
different.
It looks like a
Yeah, it's
different.
gorgeous
I mean,
up there.
It's an hour drive.
Right.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's a different state, but
Right.
it just looks
Well,
so
it's
much
like
different.
it's like a different part of the country almost.
Yeah.
It seems
And-
like when you're in the Midwest.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And these rolling single track, you don't
Yeah,
have that
those
here.
are fun.
Oh gosh, yeah. And
the pine trees are so
Oh,
that's
pretty.
the best
Pine
part.
everyone loves that one
Oh.
section going out to Rice Lake where it's
So
just
pretty.
like a canopy of pine trees and it smells just so wonderful. It's like, I never want to leave.
the way that feels under your feet too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yep.
little, I don't know,
It's
like
just
little
so
pillows.
easy to
Yep.
run on. It's just soft and
Yeah.
bouncy.
And it's just,
And isn't that weird? We're like,
and there's,
Ooh, pine
it's
needles.
so fluffy.
and for once you can actually look up. You don't have to look at your feet because you're gonna trip because there's nothing there. So
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
look at the trees and,
Yeah.
and look around, and it's a really nice section. I
Yeah.
like that, even though it's
Nice.
really short.
Yeah.
Yeah. so,
Agreed.
yeah.
Yeah, but you live for those little moments.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a nice break. It's like I'm not even running.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then after that, I did kettle,
Uh-huh.
which was awesome. You did such a wonderful job. I mean, that was
You
that.
did 100,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
You got your
Yeah.
buckle on.
Yeah,
I
let's
have
see
the
your
buckle
buckle.
Yeah,
on.
let's see
But
that.
It's the best buckle. It's
Oh,
just the
man.
coolest buckle. When I saw the artist you got to do the buckles, I'm like, she nailed it. It's
Right?
just beautiful.
I gotta have it.
Yeah, I love how you kept with the owl, but you made it your own, and it was so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I loved all the artwork. I was.
Do you remember who handed you your buckle? Did
This
she
lady,
hand
right?
you?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Do you
tried to
remember
get
seeing me
everybody.
behind her, like handing her?
Did you see me?
I'm like, I was there.
Oh my god, it's all I got.
You're like, no, girl. I ran 100 miles. I don't remember crap except for Michelle, the race director, handed me my buckle.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to take my bra off. That's all.
Yeah.
Just like the soccer player.
Or it's like
Oh, yeah.
first thing when you get home, what do you do?
Take
I
your
gotta
bra
go
off.
change. Boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hit the damn bra.
What
That's
did you
exactly
do when
what
you
I
get
do.
done? What did you sleep or did you go?
We sat, we hung out for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I ate some food,
Yeah.
and then we went to a little brewery. I said, "There's a brewery not too far in Whitewater," so we went over there so my friends could eat, so my husband and my friend could eat, and then and plus it's dog friendly on the patio.
Oh,
So
okay. I was
had
thinking
Dixie.
you had your
Nice.
dog.
Yeah, so we were able to sit on the patio, and it was really nice. So I ate some craft beer, but after eating breakfast, my stomach was like, I can't eat right now. So
Yeah.
I just picked at their French fries and and drank beer.
Yeah,
And,
French fries always taste good.
yeah. And because I drove up by myself that night before, my girlfriend rode up with my husband, so she was able to drive me back because I was going to
good.
stay.
Oh,
I was going to
nice.
stay at a hotel that night.
Yeah.
And then
Nice.
she drove me home, so I was able to go home.
Nice.
So I came home, hung out for a little bit, and then I went to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you really
good.
want your bed after that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I zonked out. I told my
Yeah.
husband to wake me up before it got too late because I did want to spend time with him that Sunday before, because then he's going to work and I wouldn't see him again until the next night. So I wanted to spend some time with him that weekend.
Yeah.
And so I could also sleep again that night. So
Yeah, that's one thing about
hard.
runners is, you're just at a 100-mile race, but then you want to make sure that your spouse gets their time.
yeah,
too.
yeah. And I was also excited to talk to him and tell him how everything went and
Yeah.
how much, and I like after the race, you can look back at all the hardships you went through. Like, man, that was so worth it. It was hard. I hated it at the time, but it was so worth it.
Yeah.
I got through that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Well, good. Well, congratulations.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
congratulations. That's awesome. But then you're not done. You did more after that. Right?
Yeah. So after that, I did Titletown. I saw you there.
Yeah.
I saw you guys there. That was really fun. So I think I got like 52 something.
Yeah, she
miles.
was
Wow.
cranking it.
Holy
Yeah.
And every
Cruising,
time she
nice.
let me, she stopped to talk to me.
Yeah, I kind of went out on a mission because I knew I
Hilarious.
wasn't going to have a lot. I was recovering from kettle, and then I knew I had another 100 2 months after kettle. So I'm like, I'm not going to do a lot of big training, so I wanted to get one big run in there. So that was my goal, is to get. And Anne was telling me, the race director, she was like, you got time to do another lap. And I'm like, nope, I mentally checked out at 50. Sorry.
At the end, I was coming in over that bridge, and I was like, no matter what I do, I'm stopping here. I'm done. I don't want to go out again. And Bill Tom's there. He goes, are you going? You can go to the next aid station. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. I saw you. I'm like, I thought you were quitting.
Did I tell you? I was telling everybody. I was
This is my
quitting.
last lap. And I'm like,
Oh man.
But yeah, that's something about they tell you, and you get time on the clock, and you're like, dang it, now I gotta
know.
go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't stop with time on the clock.
I was just DUN. I'm like, I don't want to do any more. And I just looked at Anna and I went,
Well, you
no.
did 52 miles.
Yeah, that was
That's-
enough. It's a God's planning.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, good
So
job.
that was a fun little event, and the trails was so soft and buttery and squishy, and
It was
yay.
really a good trail.
oh, yeah, my feet didn't hurt at all.
I know it's a
like
fantastic
that?
running
Very
trail.
squishy.
We got to do
It
that
like
one. That
bounces.
sounds
I'm
fun.
telling you. It's the same day as Western States, and I'm gonna go volunteer there next year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was
So
thinking
I'm
about
gonna
going
miss it.
too.
I feel bad because it's like their 10-year anniversary.
Is it?
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. I'm not a big looped course person. I like some. I'll do it because I've done Earth Day a couple times. I really like that race. But sometimes loops are just psychologically, it messes with my head. I'm like, the finish is always right here, but I got to keep going. I don't
Yeah.
like that. I like to just go, and then I don't even like to do loops where on my car. I like to just go, and then if I see my car, I want to quit.
Yeah, I understand.
So but it was fun. It was so fun, and I did it as a no pressure race either. I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought I could try to get 100K, then I just thought I just didn't. It was hot.
Yeah,
It was
it
really
was
hot.
really hot.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but it was fun.
Nice work. Though.
Yeah,
That sounds awesome.
And then I did Scott Coomer's Badger 100
Oh, yeah.
with the.
And we saw you.
And I
at
saw
the
you.
aid
Yeah.
station.
Yeah.
I
You
saw
guys
your
had a
pacers were waiting for you. I
Yeah,
remember.
well, my pacer. Yeah, but her
Yeah.
husband was
Yeah,
racing.
yeah.
She was awesome pacer.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She
Hilarious.
was so fun. Oh my god.
She's
I
got
was so
some
lucky.
fun stories.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And
my
her
God.
positive, her attitude is like,
Yeah.
I love you, Racine.
Yeah.
Her attitude is so positive, and I just loved having her there. She's just a fun, good person. And
Yeah.
I really enjoyed having her. She pushed me without being bossy, and she agreed. And I said I didn't feel like running. She said, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
kind of let me make the charge, but she'd ask, you want to do a little running? Okay. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it made me feel like it was okay for me to do it without her bossing me around. So she did a fantastic job. I loved it.
So everybody, Racine's a great
Ooh,
pacer.
Racine's gonna get a lot of messages out. Watch out, Sparkles.
Yeah, she was fantastic, and her and Hubster, Mike
Yeah.
did just a great job, like just being there and just coming around. So yeah, they were awesome, and they didn't have to. So I was very thankful to have them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But your aid station was so fun. It was this big, huge aid station. Like you'd see it from like around the corner, and I'm like, yay! And I just almost smashed into your aid station though, because it comes on that little ditch.
Oh yeah, but like the huge hill.
The hill.
And my legs just couldn't stop. I'm like, I'm gonna hit your table.
Yeah, you had to come down off the path.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I went up there, quite a few times.
Yeah,
you know,
and it was
like,
a steep ditch, and it was funny. And Janelle's like, "Wow, you're running so fast!" I'm like, "I couldn't help it. Like my legs are just gonna turn over until I hit something."
Well, we were thinking next year, like put a slip and slide there,
Yeah.
slide into it.
I rolled down the hill. Remember that? Just
Yeah.
for funsies. I was like, I really want to roll down there, like
That's
like
really
a
fun to
Tootsie
do.
Roll. It was kind of
That's
fun.
really fun.
It really was.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
really fun. I still do stuff like that. Did you do as you wish as you roll down?
Well, I think I thought it. I definitely did because that's totally what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
But I did like I can't perfect, but it was pretty good, right? Like, did you see
Oh, yeah,
me?
it was really good.
'cause
I
you were
gave
like,
you a
let's
10.
do that again. You're like, let's do it again. I'm like, nah, I'm kind of dizzy. I was really dizzy after that.
That's fun. Yeah, I love being stupid.
It's just fun.
Yeah, so I finished the Badger, and then I have the Yeti, and that's it. And I may do like maybe one little small thing at the end, but I don't know. But I will be volunteering at Hetman again because
Yay.
I
All
love
right.
volunteering at Hetman.
Yeah, well, you guys
Awesome.
Yeah.
are you at the Flatlander,
Yeah,
Conjunct
with
Mile
the
Aid
hog.
Station.
Oh,
Yeah.
The roasted hog.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Scott
always
was
have
talking about
something
bringing some
awesome.
pet animals out there.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
I'm thinking
What
about
about
bringing
chickens?
I'm thinking
Is
about
he
bringing
bringing the
Dixie,
chickens?
actually.
Oh, good.
I was thinking about getting her a custom T-shirt that says "Trail Therapist, Free Hugs."
Oh, good idea.
Yeah,
Great
she
idea.
would love that. I
I'm
know a
gonna
lot-
come get a hug.
Yeah, well, she'll give you one.
Ooh, I think,
I've stopped
I think
by
I'm
your
gonna have to
station
go.
for a hug during
She's
the
a very
day.
wiggly puppy. She loves
Now,
people.
the 50K, what,
They don't go by them.
I was going to say, I didn't think it
Yeah.
went by. Like, do I have any aid stations for the 50K? Like,
Oh,
do I
yeah,
have any
there's a
cool
lot of
ones?
aid stations.
I have some cool
Yeah.
ones. Okay, sorry,
Yeah,
I'm doing the
Team
50K,
RWB.
obviously, and I haven't run it, I haven't ran the 50K.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
Yeah, Primos does a great job.
Okay.
There's a
And
lot
the
of
Quad
good aid
Cities.
stations.
Quad Cities, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've
cool.
paced a couple times there too, and it's so like the aid stations are always so unique, and everyone's got their own spirit. It's really fun
And
yeah.
themes, and
Yeah.
yeah, I love that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, there was a girl that lives in Springfield. She ran the 100 last year, and she just private messaged me on Facebook. She's coming to volunteer at the Primo aid station because they helped her so much. She wanted to hang out with them all night. So she's coming all the way from Springfield.
That's
That's
nice.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Was it her first 100?
That's amazing.
I don't know if it was her first 100. I was driving.
Oh.
And
Michelle.
Yeah.
And you were
Well, I was
watching the
not
road,
driving,
so
I was
that's
sitting
good.
at a thing. So
Yeah, that's wonderful though. I mean, that shows a lot that you put so much care into your races that it shows. It always shows. And when I found out you got cattle, I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
so
thank you.
We were all of us were just talking about it. In fact, I was with my girlfriend Janelle that you met.
Yeah.
She were volunteering with that Badger. She and I were talking about it. I'm like, did you see? Michelle got cattle. Oh my God, it's gonna be so much fun. Geeking out a little bit on a run, but
Yeah, I hung out with Janelle like
Yeah.
all night.
Yeah, she is such a fun,
She was
positive
very nice.
She was
person.
fantastic.
She had so much fun volunteering. She was telling me how much fun she had volunteering with you guys. But yeah, if you ever need anything from Janelle, if you need anything from Janelle, just ask her.
Yeah.
Like when a kettle, when my friend came out with my puppy, she gave her socks to wear. She took the shoes off her feet.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so she could run out with me to get my dog
Yeah.
to me. Yeah, it was wow. That's Janelle.
Yeah.
She'll give you the socks off her feet.
She will. That's nice. Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she is awesome.
So that was the last race that you did, and now you're getting into Yeti's the next one.
The
up.
next one, yeah.
Oh.
So I'm finally wrapping up my miles. I'm trying to get 50 in this week, and maybe I'll do 60 next week, and then I taper. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, looking forward to the taper.
Yes.
I don't know why people complain about tapering.
neither.
I love
It is
taper
my
week.
favorite part
too.
of training.
I don't
I
get
get
the
to run this.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
tired.
get the
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get the taper tantrum thing. I'm like, hallelujah, we get to
Hallelujah.
rest up.
Yep.
I started wondering if people are upset about tapering is they're not running at all, like they're just sitting on the couch. Well, that would make me crazy too. I
Yeah.
still run like on
Yeah.
the 2 weeks before I'll do a 30 miles, and then maybe I'll do like the week of I'll do like 15 just
Yeah.
to keep my legs warm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta
But
keep moving.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
stop
moving,
running.
sitting
and
in the
No,
grass
no,
on the
no.
couch while you're tapering. That's not taper. That's just stopping.
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoy it. I'm like, good. I don't have to do a long run this week. Like those can be daunting.
Yeah.
And I'm not a good runner. Like running doesn't come easy for me. It's always
You make it look easy.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Oh, it's such a. It always feels like it's a lot of work for me. I don't get excited about long runs. I really don't. I wish I did. I don't. I just do them. I
And
do
you
enjoy.
do them by yourself.
Yeah,
That's
so
why.
it is lonely. So
I-
podcasts help.
Yeah.
Podcasts, books on tape. Or
Yeah.
I run with people.
audiobooks.
Good.
I run with people.
Yeah.
I used to run alone till I started running with my run club.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I say my run club?
Yeah.
Okay, the Run
Run
Junkies.
Junkies.
Run
Yeah.
junkies, Fox
Valley
Valley
Run Junkies. Dan
Hey.
Woods, my favorite. But that's how I found Ultra
Yeah.
World.
Yeah,
I
and
started
I-
running with them.
Yeah.
And then there's a few crazies in that group that run ultras and love it.
Yep. Well, I enjoy running with groups. It's just hard for me to make it. Like weekends, I would like to. I can make some, but then I got like house chores, like doing yard work or whatever, or spending time with family, or
Yeah.
going out of town. We go out of town a lot in the summer, so it's
yeah.
really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I usually get my running done during the week. Weekends, I don't do a lot of running or CrossFitting. I just do. I want to save that for my time off and for my husband because I never get to see him. Our
Yeah.
schedules are so weird. He comes home from work, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And then I don't come home sometimes until like 8 or 9 o'clock. So
Yeah.
yeah, I like to have my weekends off
Yeah.
from everything.
Amazing.
Very good.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
having me. This was
Yes,
so much
thank
fun.
you.
You ladies are awesome. You guys are. I love seeing more women being involved in the media part of trail and ultra running. It was desperately you're filling a big void. So that's
Oh, good.
wonderful.
Well, we've got
Yes.
stuff to learn.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, everyone
and-
does.
Yeah, sponge. We're like soaking it
It's
up.
hard.
Yeah.
I mean, working, technology and media it's not easy.
Yeah.
I mean, some people go cross-eyed when they look at their iPhone. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's hard. It's a learning curve, and everyone does it. But I think you're starting off right. You got some experienced people that know what they're doing. So
Yeah.
that makes a
Well,
big
yeah.
difference.
I mean, we practiced without experienced
Yeah.
people, and we figured it was better with experience.
That's good. That's
That's
good.
funny.
No, it's awesome. And I saw your first episode. It was really good. It was fun. You guys are.
I saw that. I wasn't in. I'm the older, shorter version of Merritt.
Mara, yeah.
Right,
like Mara.
right, yeah.
But it was
yeah.
just you guys were having so much fun. It's like I love people just sitting around and bullshitting and just talking. That's my favorite format of any sort of like
Yeah.
media show. You're all hanging out and you're just being friends, and that's my favorite part because you like being with each other.
Yeah. Well, Crystal and I found out we can talk for like 18 hours straight
Yep.
while
Oh,
we're
wow.
driving. So we're like,
Those
hey,
hours.
That's right, because you went to Leadville, yeah.
Nice. Hey, and I'll do anything for pizza. Matter
yeah,
of fact,
right.
is
Liz
that
will
is
work
that
for pizza.
what we're having for dinner? Are we having pizza?
we can do pizza
Okay.
afterwards.
All right. All right.
So, well, thank you, Trudy. I hope
you
you come
Thank
back.
you.
Nice seeing you.
I will always come. I'll come. I have family here, and Racine's actually asked me to come back to pace her for a race next year. So if I'm
good.
able to, depending on
yeah.
on what my work is doing, I will happily come back. But yeah,
Okay. Well,
Awesome.
good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Sounds good.
thanks, guys.